Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and it looks like we've got some news. Hotfix 5.2.6, which is not really too much of a big hotfix, but there is some pretty interesting news in there, so let's discuss. Hey folks, we're releasing another hotfix today to address a couple of emergent issues, resolved a potential crash that could occur at the end of the turn after updating to 5.2.5, fair enough, something like that needs to be fixed, and removed references to older, unreleased content from our game files. We're anticipating this update to be live at a later time for Microsoft stores. Alright, cool. So basically, what they're removing is the repeaters and the amethyst blunderbusses, I believe, which were mounted. For those of you not aware, those units were actually in the pre-release build for Total War Warhammer 3 in Thrones of Decay DLC, but were taken out. This is very obvious considering that a rather large content creator leaked a unit a while back during the early access period, and then they were removed and replaced with the standard handgunners, well, the Ironsides handgunners. It seems that they were not removed, however, and still remain in the game files, because obviously Legend of Total War did a video recently with console commands, which was able to get those units back up and running. What I imagine here happened is Games Workshop said no to those units, Creative Assembly made them thinking that they might have said yes, and then had to remove them when Games Workshop said no, because this is a big thing, right? When it comes to the IP, the units have to follow the models, and this has always been known. Hell, I think Rich did a statement a few months back regarding that too. And unfortunately, yeah, repeater handgunners for Ironsides never existed, despite the fact that there is art for them. Art did exist. But yeah, I imagine that the recent hullabaloo with Legends video kind of made Games Workshop more aware to this, and yeah, they were told to remove it. Which does mean that it's going to affect the game in a little way, as we do have a dev note here. The act of removing these references in today's hotfix will also require us to revise our active cache of rollback builds, which will temporarily remove the option to roll back to an earlier release. With this release, the available rollback builds will be set to 0, and today's build will go on to serve as the oldest rollback version as we release new updates to the game over the coming months. We apologize to our players who are currently making regular use of our rollback releases. We know how beneficial this feature has become for many of you, and the responsibility falls entirely on us. As mentioned during the launch of version 5.2, we aim to maintain one rollback build for each category, update, patch, hotfix, and release for a total of 4 rollback builds. This supports players running heavily modified campaigns, helping to minimize delays while their mods are updated. Each subsequent build following today's 5.2.6 hotfix will remain available as a rollback option until we have one build in each category, 4 in total, at which point the oldest will be replaced by a new one. Okay, yeah, fair enough. All of this is good news. At the end of the day, this is the thing, right? If they're removing a bunch of older stuff, this works well too, because those units, yeah, they're not part of the DLC. Again, I would have loved them, but it seems like that's not going to happen. But let's be honest here, there's a lot of older crap in the game files that I hope they're removing at the same time. This being the files for the naval battles in Warhammer 1 that carried on to Warhammer 2 and then Warhammer 3. Because yes, Warhammer was originally going to have naval battles. You can actually find some very basic scripts and also unit cards in the game files. Not sure if they've been removed now. And there is a bunch of scripts in the game files which fire off, but nothing happens because they're kind of linked up to like Warhammer 2 stuff. So yeah, I mean, this is good. If they're going to clean up the game, it should, in theory, if they're actually cleaning up and not just removing the Ironsides and the blunderbusses that were never released. Yeah, it should make the game run a little bit better. At least I hope so. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and let's start a bit of a discussion. Have a great day, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.